Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Voice for the Soul vlog with your one and only host, Lesley. I hope you're well. I hope all is good in your heart and your spirit, and I hope that you're healthy, mind, body, and soul. Thank you for taking the time to join our conversation today and listen. I really appreciate you. I wanted to start it off by basically telling everyone that this platform that I'm creating here is really for a space for us to have conversations and keep it real. And when I say real, I mean sex, drugs, rock and roll kind of real. You know, the title of spirituality and living a spiritual life does not absolve us from life. Life happens to each and every human being that's walking this earth. And spirituality is just a way of awareness and perspective of life and applying spiritual values into the parts of our lives and the everyday practice of life, from an awareness of knowing that we are here to experience love and not cultivate fear in our lives and not be in a place of fear, because fear and the ego can seep into so many aspects of our lives. It's so baked into our humanity. We're not even aware of it half of the time. But coming back to folding in spirituality into that journey, it really can lighten the load in a lot of ways. If I'm keeping it real, it can really transform and allow that magic of life to really happen in your journey. And it's definitely happening in my journey, and I feel so compelled to share it with everybody. So that was part of the reason that I wanted to create this vlog. Although I'm an author and I like writing, I do also like speaking because I am a corporate trainer as well. It's one of the skills that have beared fruit for me and done well for me. And I just wanted to connect with my community in a different platform, in a different way. So I thought by starting this vlog and ensuring that all of my viewers know that anything that I talk about, I want it to be in a space where we are real and transparent with each other, that hopefully it will encourage healing and hopefully it will encourage more conversations with others that are out there. So again, thank you for taking the time to listen. For today's episode, what I wanted to talk about, or the topic I wanted to focus on, is fear. And I thought it would actually be fitting at the beginning of the year, because normally at New Year's, we're always creating resolutions and goals and things that we want to do, that we aspire to do and evolve into and experience in our lives. We have all of these New Year's resolutions. And one of the things that normally happens in our human experience, as I mentioned before, is fear seeps in. And it really, explodes and implodes on so many aspects of our lives. And like I said, we're not even aware of it. And I wanted to share a little story with you guys as it relates to fear and me actually creating this vlog. So any of you that saw the post that I created before this post, I announced in my jovial, fun way that I was thinking about doing a blog. And at the time I was joking around and actually, showing off my new media center that I had received from my niece, Media by Mo, for Christmas. I have to shout her out because I absolutely love it. And I was talking about my little, what do you call it here? My pop filter. Thank you, DJ Technical. My cousin from Montreal. I was joking around, but really the point of all of what I'm trying to say there is I was in a place of inspiration and I said, oh, you know what? I'm thinking about starting a vlog. And I got a few comments and a lot of likes about the idea, so I wanted to go through with it. And because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, I like things to look on point and be on point. I went on to my social media and I was looking at different speakers and spiritual people and what have you that are, putting out information very similar to this in either, a video format, or a vlog format, or whatever it may be. And I found myself comparing myself to these people and comparing not only what they were saying, but their numbers, like how many people were looking at their videos versus how many people look at my videos, and how many followers they had versus how many followers I have, and the topics that they were talking about versus the topics I was thinking about talking about. And all of a sudden, all of this fear started to seep in, right? And it was like this volcano of fear that was coming over me. And I was like, oh my gosh, first of all, who wants to listen to Lesley? Like, there are how many different spiritual leaders and conduits out there telling their stories and giving their practices to people and what have you. And there's speakers that are way better than I am, and who would want to listen to me and invest in time in my video, right? So automatically I got into that headspace, and then I started to think about all the things that could go wrong. I started to think about, oh, well, how am I going to film this? And how's it going to look? And do I have the money to get editing? And it just exploded and imploded in my mind. And I got to a point where I just said, you know what? I just need to meditate on it, and I'm going to think about it a little bit more. And one of the things that I've been doing at the beginning of the year is trying to pour more into myself and into my self-knowledge and invest in my thinking and things that I want to do to propel, my spiritual practices and things that I want to do with my book and just all different aspects of my life. And one of the resources that I've been really tapping into are TED Talks. I really like TED Talks because I like taking in information through video and through people talking at me. It hits my spirit differently. So anyways, I was on this TED Talk that was being done by this amazing lady. Her name is Ashley Stahl. She's a coach, she's an author, she's a counter-terrorist podcast host. I believe she works in DC in the government. I may not be saying her titles correctly, but I will put the link to this TED Talk in the comments of this post because I really encourage you to watch it. She's an amazing speaker, and when she was talking about the experience that she had when it related to fear, it was with her and her father. She is just so amazing at how she describes it, and you actually feel like you're actually there in the experience with her. But this fear that she had was really debilitating. It wasn't really her, it was more her father. But I'll let you watch the video and you'll understand more after you watch it. But there were two things that she said that really resonated with me that I wanted to share with you, and it actually speaks to my story about creating this vlog. So one of the things she said was that fear takes our power away. And when she said that, as I was watching the actual video, I was taking little notes. And when I wrote that down and I saw those words, I stopped the video and I said to myself, I thought about this vlog. And I thought about myself going through all of the other speakers and spiritual leaders out there and their posts before I actually created this one, and all the fear that I was manifesting in my thoughts based on comparing myself to other people, based on looking for external validation to see if this was going to be something that was successful and what is really success, right? So that was one thing that really hit me because I was taking my own power away by doing that. And the other thing that she said was, when you're in a space of inspiration, fear cannot exist. And that, when I wrote those words down, they hit my spirit because I thought about the post that I created before this. I was in a space of inspiration. And that's why I said to everyone, do you think I should start this vlog? Right? And there was no fear there. I just said it. I hadn't rehearsed it. I just said it. It came from my spirit. So that really, really hit me. And it made me go back to myself and think, you know what, Lesley, you said that in spirit. So why are you now coming to a place of fear with it? It was all the external. Another spiritual conduit that really resonates with me is Jay Shetty. And I was watching a lot of his videos when I embarked on this journey of becoming an entrepreneur and starting my own business and really propelling my vision of spirituality out to others and to young girls, especially single mothers. And one of the things he said was to refine your intentions whenever you're embarking on anything new. And I went back to my whiteboard and I made a list of my intentions of what I'm really trying to do in my spiritual work. And the intention is to be a mentor and a leader of light. And the light is not me. The light is God. I am just the faucet. The water is God, right? And God resides in each and every one of us. But now I have come to a place where I am fully aware of my divine energy. Whereas before I wasn't believing in it, I wasn't aware of it, I wasn't tapping into it, and I wasn't allowing it to lead my life. Now it is leading my life, and it's profound in the amount of miracles that are happening in my life each and every day. It's profound the way that I think when I wake up in the morning. It's profound in the way that I love myself now. And it has made such an evolution of change in my life and in my skin. in my authenticity, in my courage, in every aspect of my life. And in all of that, guys, the biggest part is that I feel that my purpose is to share it and to help others apply it and help turn that faucet on in others where they are aware of their divinity and how powerful it is. And in that intention, the numbers don't matter. The likes don't matter. The attention doesn't matter. What matters is if one person watched this video today and applied any of the things that I've said to them into their thinking, into their heart, into their spirit to make change, to move away from fear into that place of love, I have succeeded. And I am authentic in my divine power and in my divine spiritual awareness. So here I am, guys, with my first episode of the Voice for the Soul vlog. And I thank you for joining the conversation with me, or even just listening. And I encourage you to definitely watch that TED Talk video with Ashley Stahl. She's outstanding. And I hope that she creates a ripple in your spirit as she did in mine, and help you to really take awareness and stock of the things that you may be kidnapping your life from experiencing, or yourself from experiencing because of fear. And really trying to understand where that fear is seeping in from. Because if it feels right, guys, that's your spirit, that's your soul, that's God. That's where you're supposed to be, and that's what you're supposed to cultivate. So keep that in mind. Remember that you matter. Remember that your story matters, that your voice matters, and that I appreciate you, and I thank you for taking the time to watch today. So have a good rest of your day, a good rest of your week and month ahead, and you'll see me again soon when Spirit invokes the next topic for the next episode of Voice for the Soul. I love you all. Sending light and love. Take care. Peace out, homies.